It's Get Well Wednesday. Our doctor today is Dr. William Yates, calling from Chicago. And the subject today is black female hair loss. First of all, let's vet the doctor. Dr. William Yates, are you bald?
Well, I was bald, but I had a hair transplant, so I look better, I think.
Oh, okay.
Oh, that's nice, man.
Okay.
Did you perform your own transplant, Doc?
Well, I wish I could, but I didn't.
Okay.
I had one of my buddies do it.
Okay.
So how long you been bald?
Well, I'm 55 now, so I started balding when I was about 22.
And what do you have? You have the plugs? Is that what that is?
Well, that's the old statement. We call it grass now. So we have grass instead of plugs, because plugs, that's that old toothbrush hair look. So it's called grass now. It looks natural. It looks good.
Okay.
Is it real hair?
Yeah, it's my hair. Yeah, that's how you do it. You take the hair from the back, that Bozo or the George Jefferson kind of rim. You take that hair and you put it where you're balding. You just kind of move it from the thick area to the thin.
Okay.
There you go, boy.
Yeah. Now,
and is yours genetic? Is your hair loss, as they say, for some women as well?
Yeah, most of the hair loss you see out here is some combination of genetic and something else. But in men, mine was pure genetic.
Yeah, your daddy?
Yep.
Yeah. Same here. All right, now people are used to seeing men with male pattern baldness, but you say that black female hair loss is becoming an epidemic?
I believe that.
Epidemic, yeah. I mean, I didn't really realize it, but I'd say in the past 2 years, every day we see about 3 to 4, black women any age from the youngest 16 up to, 80 with pretty dramatic hair loss.
I have girlfriends who are just devastated now and trying to figure out and looking for a Dr. Yates and trying to figure out what to do because they are experiencing
Well,
it.
is this because of hair braids or wigs or weaves?
Lace fronts.
Lace fronts. Why are women going bald?
Well, a lot of what you just said is correct. A lot is from the weaving process. Everything is too tight. It causes inflammation under the scalp and basically kills the hair follicle. And what happens is instead of, they keep going back and getting more weaves as they get more bald, they should stop because once the hair follicle is dead, it won't come back. So a lot is from styling practices, and some is genetic in women as well.
But so how does that work for you if the hair follicles are dead in the transplant?
Okay, that's a good question. Usually the hair, like in women and men, that dies is right in the front on the edges or, on the top there. The hair in the back, if you look at women that are losing their hair, usually is good. So we take the hair from the back and move it to the front.
And the follicles, even though the follicles may be dead up front or the top, they still can grow?
Yeah, because it's really nothing wrong with the follicles itself. It's purely that inflammation by the tugging, from the weaves, relaxers, and years of abuse that have caused it to die.
What if you have hair like, say, Kevin Durant?
Kevin Durant. Okay, gotcha.
Nothing you can do with that.
Nothing. Can you transplant
peasy hair?
Peasy hair. Can that be transplanted too?
Yeah, Kevin Durant. I have to see him up close to see.
You know what peasy hair is, Doc?
I'm not sure.
That's not a medical term, but I'm sure.
We made that up. That's hair that's so bad you can't do nothing with it but brushing and it go right back. As soon as you put the brush to it, go right back. They roll up.
Roll up, even with Murray's grease?
Yeah, you can lay it down, but something about that hair, it just curl up.
So, Doc, back to the women.
We could probably hook them up with the peasy hair. There's always something to do.
Right. Let's get back to the ladies.
How much is this, and what kind of procedure? How long of a procedure are we talking about?
It takes about 6 to 8 hours. It's under local anesthesia. It's like going to the dentist for 6 to 8 hours. It doesn't hurt like the dentist, because we numb your scalp up with local anesthesia. You're sitting up watching TV the whole time. Mm-hmm. It's just a tedious process. The average price tag's around $8,000.
And does insurance cover?
Unfortunately, it does not. Okay. But there are plenty finance companies that that will finance it. Because so many people are doing hair transplants now and all this other things that, like micropigmentation. I don't even know if you've heard of that, where some people call it tattooing of the scalp, but you create a pattern of hair on the scalp with kind of, it looks like a tattoo gun, but it's not. It's a stencil
like
type
Jermaine
instrument,
does.
and it works well. A lot of guys are having it done. If you watch ESPN, almost all those guys on that show.
Hello, Stephen A. And Doc, what about women that
Oh, don't
experience
start that.
hair loss from chemotherapy or something like that? Can that be accomplished through your procedure?
Yeah, usually chemotherapy, once chemotherapy is over, the hair will grow back to some extent, so we wait and see what happens. And that's an easier one to do. Usually the hair grows a lot better after somebody's gone off chemo. But if they need a transplant, yeah, we can do it, sure.
Back to the men. It's playoff time. Any help for LeBron?
Yeah, he
Yeah,
got that
I
scar
mean,
in the back of his
you
head.
know-
Was that what happened?
All this is speculation, of course, but he has a big scar in the back of his head, and that's the old way of doing a hair transplant, where you cut the head and make a big slice and then put the hair up front.
Well, what happened? Because
I don't know. I mean, obviously he didn't go see me because no one would know he had a hair transplant, but there is hope for him. I mean, he needs a little more work. I just saw him on one of those ESPNs, and he said he wanted to be like Mike except for the baldness. But there's hope for him.
And how long do you really start to see some real improvement in your hair?
Takes about 4 months.
4 months. So
And it's permanent.
By the Christmas holidays, you could be good if you start saving up your money and working on it now.
Yeah, you do it now by, your holiday pictures will look different than it did last year.
Oh, that's hot.
All right, Doc. All right. If you got a question about hair loss, text the doctor. Dr. Yates will be around till the bottom of the hour of next hour, 646464. Very interesting. Thanks, Doc.
Thanks, Doc.
You're welcome. Thank you.
All right.
You know I can't see nothing wrong
With some peasy hair.
Grind, baby. You know I can't see.